What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we have the Templeton Eagles softball. Coach Keith in the house. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we talked. It's been a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah, a few weeks, I think.
Had a vacation, spring break, right?
Yeah, the girls did.
So girls had it. You were still out there vacuuming up the field?
I don't have to go to as many practices, so we got a little bit of a break, a few days.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So looking out in the field, you did a great job with the vacuum, sucking up all the mud puddles. So
hopefully the mud puddles are done. I just heard it on the way here on the radio. There's a chance of rain next week on a game day. So
next Wednesday.
Hopefully it doesn't materialize into too much, but the field's pretty dry now, so hopefully it'll suck up some water.
Yeah, right. The heat. Yeah. I mean, it should be sucking up a lot of that moisture.
Yeah.
So how's the season going so far? So are you mid-season?
Yeah, well, actually, we're probably 2/3 of the way through. We got a couple weeks left. It's going good. We've had a little lull in the win column. We played a few games that we just didn't click. But we've regrouped since then and had a really good game against Paso last week. We lost, but we played them really well, and we won last night. So I think we're back into a little better rhythm. So see how we can finish it out. Nice.
And you guys came back from spring break this week and won last night, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that game.
We're down in Rio Grande. They've always been kind of a menace for us, and at least I'd say the last few years. We've had some tough games with them, and they weren't always in our favor. They beat us early in the season. It was a good close game, but they did beat us. But I felt confident we could compete with them after going off of that first game with them. So we went down there and got a run early and just were able to hold on to it. We had a big couple innings towards the end of the game, and we pulled it out 11-2.
So there's been a couple of those games this year, right? To where you guys have pulled it out at the end and just kind of propelled away from the other team.
Yeah. We've actually had it happen to us too. So we've had it both directions.
What do you think? What do you think happens? What do you think that is just, whether it's football, whether it's softball, baseball? I mean, you get into click. The team gets into a click, and so where do you think the transition happens at?
Well, everything's contagious. So if you have a couple bad games, it's contagious. As far as that feeling like, hey, can we hold on to this lead? Or if you're behind, can we come back? And if you're winning and coming back from being behind or jumping out early, then that kind of builds that confidence. So with softball, at least this year, we're really super young. We have 7 freshmen and then a lot of sophomores out there, and we're playing them a lot. So I think there's a learning curve there and a confidence curve that you have to go through, and you can't grow without obstacles. Grow without some failure. So we were taking some licks on some games, but I really believe that has to happen for us to get better. So I think it's just more of momentum, and it all comes down to confidence. So if we're playing confident, we can compete. If we don't, then we don't compete. So it's just getting out of that. If you get in that spot where you're not competing, it's just a mindset. So if we can find a way to turn that with some confidence, loosen the girls up, have a little fun, get some of the anxiety out of there, and learn to compete, then we'll do well.
Awesome. And so no game today, but you have a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who do you play tomorrow?
Paso. So
how's that look for you?
Well, I like our chances. We play every team once, then come back the second half of the season and play them again. We played Paso last Friday as a makeup game from the first half of the season, so we just saw them a few days ago. So the pitching that we see and what they'll see from us is pretty fresh, in our minds and what we just experienced. But we had them beat for several innings of the game, and they came back and tied it up, and they got us in the bottom of 8th inning at their place. So I really like our chances at protecting our nest.
So was last week's game part of your? Because you're in league now, right?
Yeah.
So was last week's game non-league?
No, it's all league.
Oh, it's all league.
Yeah. We were normally we would have played them a month ago.
Oh, okay.
But we'd have a 5-day or 6-day gap this time just because of rain makeups.
So tomorrow night you got Paso at home.
Yep.
And you guys play at 4:30.
Yes.
At 4:30 at Vineyard.
Yep.
And now they're charging this year, right? They started that?
Yeah, they haven't done it a whole lot. They've done it a couple times, but it hasn't been real consistent. Part of the reason is they actually have to staff it, obviously. And I know at the athletic department, they've had they kind of put it out there to like, hey, it's basketball players or a sport that's not in season, supply a couple players out there to run the gate, and they would help. That team would get part of the proceeds from it, but they've had a hard time getting people out there. So there's been times they've just kind of nixed it, and with array makeups and the games are on different days half the time, and we're kind of past that now. But for several weeks, the schedule was just such a mess. I think they just kind of put it aside and said, "Hey, let's just get the games in."
Yeah, they put a little donation box at the top, like they used to do at the zoo. You just pop in your dollar, quarter, or whatever. And
it might be the best way to do it.
Right, at least that way you get something.
Yeah.
So, Keith, who do you got in here with you today?
Chloe Briner.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about her.
She's one of our sophomores. She's with us last year as a freshman. Last year, she catches, she plays a little bit of third base. I kind of keep her in the catching because I like what she does back there. She's been playing a little bit more this year with us. Does a great bullpen work for me. I've really been impressed with her growth from freshman to sophomore year. I think her softball IQ has grown dramatically and showing a lot of leadership out there, especially for an underclassman.
Cool. Well, let's go. We're going to go to commercial, and then we're going to bring Chloe on and give her a little chat.
Okay,
cool.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Welcome back to What's Up North County, and we have in studio, we have Chloe Briner with the Templeton Eagles. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a sophomore. I've gone to Templeton my whole life. I play soccer and softball, and I have two sisters, one
Very
older
cool.
than me, one younger than me.
Do they play sports too?
My older sister played soccer her whole life, and then she played it her sophomore or freshman and sophomore year, and then she stopped, but she's been doing cheer for all 4 years of high school.
Nice.
And then my younger sister, Maddie, has played soccer her freshman year, and she's played soccer her whole life too. So.
Oh, very cool. So softball and soccer, do you play either one of those like year round? Like a travel ball type?
I play softball year round, and I started that 2 or 3 years ago. I started doing softball in the summer and then fall, and then I jump into high school softball after soccer season. But I definitely like softball more, so I'm not really wanting to play soccer out of the soccer season.
Soccer's just a lot of running, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to run back and along the field. And what position do you play in soccer?
Forward.
Okay, so you're running all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So tell me about the position that you play in softball.
I play catcher and third. I've played catcher since like 8U. I used to play middle infield, but that's basically all I play. Can't really play outfield. Not very good at outfield. And then I'm not a very good first baseman, so.
Well, at least you're honest. I mean, geez. So, I mean, a catcher, you got to be pretty tough,
Yeah.
right? So do you like that? I mean, most catchers. My daughter was a catcher, and all the catchers that I know, they love when that runner comes to home, and you have that opportunity to catch that ball. Because you know what, that's like football, and it's all wrapped up in one.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite parts when there's like a ball to the outfield and the outfielder has a good throw and I get to tag them out at home. So
Do you have anybody that can throw from outfield to home plate?
yeah, we actually had one in our Napomo, or was it Lompoc? I don't know. One of our games, Jaden Fielder from center field threw it, and Whitney has a very good arm in center field. I think all of our outfielders have very strong arms to throw it to.
That's pretty impressive. What about the bat? How's the bat for you?
It's definitely struggled. I've been working through summer to get it better, and I've definitely improved a lot. I just have a very strong mindset, and it definitely gets the best of me when I'm up there.
Does sometimes like the pitchers get into your mind, or that make I mean, like, well, especially the catcher, you can get back there and you can sit there and talk, behind the batter.
I think the only time a pitcher really gets in my head is if I know them and I've played with them. So I don't know. I don't really let people get in my head a lot. So
Wouldn't that be an advantage if you played with them?
yeah, but it makes us, I don't know, it makes us want to like compete with each other and be better than each other. So then
You just say, hey, that's not good enough. You got better than that. Come on, give me another one.
yes.
Awesome. So what do you like most about playing in Templeton?
I like the community that we form and the leadership we show each other. I don't know. I really like the girls that I play with. I've been playing with them my whole life, so it's good to play with them in high school. A little like full circle moment.
Because being a sophomore, you're on the younger side of the team,
Yes.
right? Because you guys are pretty heavy on the younger side.
Yes, we are.
Freshmen and sophomores.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the freshmen that came up this year to join the team?
Most of them I've been playing with or I've played with in the past, and they're very strong for us. They're all very good players, and they can definitely compete at the varsity level. I think that they're going to be a very good aspect to our team as we move on.
So when you're looking at the beginning of the season to now, we're kind of, like Coach Keith said, we're kind of 2/3 into the season. How do you feel the team has progressed?
I think in the beginning of the season we were at a very good high, and then we kind of dropped down. But I think we're building back up. I think we all just like lost a little bit of motivation because we kept losing. But I think we're bringing it back, and we showed that in our Paso game and last night as well.
Do you guys have any like team bonding to where the girls get together? You guys, like the captains, say, hey guys, we got to get together and get out of this rut?
We've talked about it, but we've never followed through with it. We've had a couple like rainy day practices when it was raining where we would do some like team bonding activities, but we've never done anything outside of like practicing.
What about celebrations after the game?
We definitely are very excited when we win and definitely very upset when we lose. So we all bring each other up when we win and try our best to bring each other up when we lose. But I think winning helps us become closer because we know how to compete with each other.
Do you have any teammates that are like hardcore, like, like they get extremely fired up or just super excited? Do you have any of those kind of teammates?
I think Maddie Barber, definitely. When she's excited, you'll know. She'll scream, but I love that about her. So
Yeah. Does it help to elevate the energy on the team?
definitely.
Very cool. So Chloe, what do you do outside of sports? Do you have any other hobbies?
I like to snowboard.
Lots of snow this year.
Yeah, snowboard. I started that a couple years ago, and then I like to go out to the lake and wake surf and wakeboard.
Oh, nice. Have you seen all the snakes in the lake out at Nasmiano?
No, I have
I'm
not.
freaking out about that.
I have not.
Yeah, so don't look on. Do you use Facebook?
No.
Oh, I know. We're young. We don't use Facebook. But people are posting all kinds of snake pictures from Nasmiano, so don't look at them because
Okay,
you're going to not want to go in the lake. So, but snowboarding, you have probably another 2 months at least to go snowboarding,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. I've gone up 2 or 3 times this season. I've just been very busy with softball, but I haven't been very interested in going this season, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know. It like melts really quick, and then it's slushy and...
True. but you get to go up there. It's like going to the lake, but on snow.
Yeah.
Especially now because it's like 80 degrees.
Definitely hurts more when you fall, but.
True. Very true. Very true. So we are 2/3 into the season. You guys just beat AG last night. You have a rematch again for Paso tomorrow night. So what are you thinking from last week, from playing them going into tomorrow's night?
I think we have a very good chance at beating them. I just think we need to go in with a good mindset. We had a little, we didn't have umpires, so we had like an hour and a half break in between our warm-up and game time. So I think going into it straight ahead will obviously help us a little bit more, and we'll have a better, I guess, opportunity. But we had good energy, so I think we also need to bring our energy, and I think we'll do perfectly fine.
Cool. So what's after high school for you? What are you looking for?
I definitely think I want to play softball. I don't know if I want to do like how competitive, but I'm into nursing, so
Oh, nice.
it's definitely my main goal is to go to a college for nursing and then do softball with that.
Is there any type of a field in nurse? Is it like emergency? Is it like, I don't know, is there different fields?
I'm not sure yet. There's different fields. My mom's a nurse, so, and I'm definitely a lot like my mom. So she works on the floor, and she worked with patients. She does like trauma center now, educating people and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what I want to do yet.
Awesome.
Something-
Well, you could do both.
Yes.
You know, you can ride with the school with nursing, and softball can help you pay
That's
for
the
all
plan.
that. Awesome. Chloe, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Yeah, for sure. Good luck the rest of the season, and go get those Bearcats tomorrow night.
We will.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to What's Up North County. Templeton Eagles in the house. But make sure you guys get out there and watch our game tomorrow night against Paso Robles. But, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors. I'd like to thank Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Story Termite and Pest Control, El Red Rooster, Pacific 805, Airflow Filter Services, Amy and Jamie's Place, Paso Robles Furniture, and Kennedy Club Fitness, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow.
3, 2, 1.